petrol cheaper than water in Dubai. Okay, hello.
You can collect from reception, ma'am.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks. Okay, hello and welcome. Gargi's lost her
It's
chashma.
not lost.
Almost. So both Ashok and I will
No,
now
I,
wear
I
our.
will I will
Yeah.
phrase it well. I did not know the whereabouts of this chashma for just a little bit, for an hour. That's all.
Yeah, basically the vision is gone.
So this is the third in 4 months.
I think I need to get
England,
cheap.
she left one on the
No,
flight.
just,
So that is the story.
but that was
So
very
yesterday
expensive.
night it was the headphone. Today is the chashma. You are witness to all of this.
Clearly, it's a chronic problem.
It's a serious issue.
I need all my stuff needs to be GPS tracked now. In case I
First
find
track
it.
yourself, then the stuff can
Get
be
that
tracked.
in order. Yeah.
And India needs to track Pakistan. On a serious note, yes, the story that we are putting out is BCCI will absolutely deny PCB's claims. BCCI will vehemently oppose. Surya Kumar Yadav dedicated the victory to the armed forces. 1 million times it has happened in the past. Sachin Tendulkar in 2008, for example. But if Surya Kumar Yadav is being said this, what about Mr. Naqvi? Then Mr. Naqvi should resign yesterday and not today. So BCCI will have a lot to say to the ICC, and they will, and they have. From what I know, what happened?
Give it 2 seconds.
Okay.
Go ahead.
From what I know, there will be a hearing in the next couple of days because there will be a physical hearing. Surya Kumar Yadav is here. Richie Richardson is here. One member from the Pakistan team will also be part of that. And there will be a hearing and we will see where this matter is headed. But at this point in time, what we do know is BCCI will respond in the harshest possible, strongest possible terms because they are disgusted, frankly, with what the PCB is doing or what the Pakistan players have done and what Mr. Naqvi did yesterday. So one can absolutely say that that's what is going to happen. Ashok, I think just like you cannot pin Mohsin Naqvi down legally, because he will say, I put a celebration of Ronaldo. All of us understand what the story is. Pun intended. I mean, Brutus is an honorable man always, right? And that's the thing that Mr. Naqvi is playing. BCCI also has enough and more reason to say what Surya did. He was dedicating a victory to the armed forces and standing in solidarity with the victims of Pahalgam, which so many people have done over the years at the Olympic level or at the cricket level. Tendulkar included in 2008. Where do you stand on this before I go to Gargi?
For sure, I think there are many ways of arguing this, and I think we have to segregate the issues as follows. One is the principle: can you leverage sporting platforms for sending out political messages or sending out messages that you believe strongly in? Is one part of it. The other part of it is how and what exactly are you doing? Are you doing it in a way that is uplifting, that is communicating what you want to do, or are you hitting below the belt? Are you fanning emotions in a way that can become dangerous? Are you triggering off emotional reactions from millions of fans who follow the sport, and in a potentially explosive situation things can get out of control? Are you behaving responsibly? Are you behaving irresponsibly? And I think these are the questions to be thought about. Coming to your specific question, I think there are n number of ways BCCI can argue this out, and it would actually not really amount to anything in terms of the complaint. That I'm confident about. But I think the real debate is, where do you draw the line? How do you behave responsibly? And what is it that you're trying to say with not really saying it the way you are? I think that's the real debate.
Firstly, before I go to Gargi, let me break this down. I think Surya Kumar Yadav, Sahibzada Farhan and Haris Rauf should be clubbed together. Fans should be clubbed together. Mohsin Naqvi is in a league of his own. I don't think Surya Kumar Yadav or Haris Rauf or Sahibzada Farhan's actions can at all be equated with Mr. Naqvi's. Surya Kumar Yadav, yes, cricketer. Sahibzada Farhan and Haris Rauf. But Mr. Naqvi is the chairman of the ACC. His position is way different compared to any cricketer who is playing in this particular Asia Cup. So let us first agree on that Mr. Naqvi was way out of line. What ICC finds Surya, what the BCCI defends, we will absolutely give you that. and BCCI has 20 other examples to defend. I can give you 20 examples. And legally, by the way, when a case is heard legally, much like Monkey Gate. I hope all of you remember Monkey Gate, because I was the one who was helping MV Sridhar with that at that point in time, and Baju knows that. So the point is, this case will be heard legally. Having said that, nothing on earth justifies the actions of Mohsin Naqvi's tweet last night. Make no mistake. Now coming to Gargi, you were talking about Surya Kumar Yadav. Your point of view, that does this kind of, because BCCI will argue very strongly, that Surya Kumar Yadav is well and truly entitled of dedicating his victory to anybody. And this has happened a million times in the past, where teams have dedicated or individuals have dedicated their victory to the victims of somewhere, or the earthquake victims, or some other victims. It is known sport, right?
Exactly.
So how do you pin him down on anything? They will argue. At the same time, they will up the ante on Sahibzada Farhan and Haris Rauf, because this gun thing is an absolute political celebration. So that is also something that the BCCI will argue in the same way. And I think this is now going to escalate further if Pakistan somehow wins in the next 3 days. Gargi.
Absolutely. Look, I know you clubbed the three players together, but I still believe that what Surya Kumar Yadav said was...
No, I clubbed them as players.
I
separated Naqvi out of this.
Yes. But it was inherently, what Surya Kumar Yadav said was inherently different from what Haris Rauf or a Sahibzada Farhan did. Like you said, you can go out there and dedicate your win to anyone. It could be victims of a terror attack, it could be victims of natural disasters, it could be victims of anything. For that matter, there was some tribute given to the Air India plane crash victims as well. So there's a huge difference between doing that versus what Sahibzada Farhan with that gun celebration, Haris Rauf with that plane thing, and then Mohsin Naqvi coming out and putting that tweet out of Cristiano Ronaldo and that video, that old video. We all know what the context behind it is. Mohsin Naqvi doesn't have to put a caption to it for us to understand what's really going on. But at this point, of course, like you said, BCCI can just stand up and say we can dedicate our win to whoever we want, and it's not like we've said anything against Pakistan at this point. All you've said is our armed forces and the victims, the people of our country. It is not directed at Pakistan. On the other hand, the gestures that we saw, they were insightful.
Ashok?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I talked about the principles. The other part of it is the manner in which you communicate. There is a way of doing such things in a dignified way, and there is a way of doing it in a very churlish, mischievous way. And I think the manner in which they're going out and talking about it, the way the figurative body language that is being used is actually crass and is highly condemnable.
Okay, should we take some comments?
Yes, please.
Anit Sadhu is saying, did Sky make a mistake by taking name of Operation Sindoor and Indian Army in the press conference? Operation Sindoor was a fight. It wasn't between two countries. The armies of the two countries he can dedicate to Pahalgam victims and family only. The same thing. He mentioned Operation Sindoor. Should he have not done that?
Again. I mean, look. You can keep harping on this point that what Surya Kumar Yadav said, is it line or in line or out of sync, and should the sporting body make a rule on this regard? As I have said many times before, and I am repeating myself, political references on the sporting field has been given multiple times. There are examples that abound in history from the Olympic Games. 1 million examples can be given. Did Surya Kumar Yadav incite the crowd in the same manner that Haris Rauf and Sahibzada Farhan did? Is it that kind of a political statement? Can you perceive it as that? Etc., etc., etc. All of this will be argued. Nothing takes away from the fact that what Mr. Naqvi has done last night. First, he should resign. Let's say this, that he has moral culpability of the whole thing. He should take responsibility. You want to say something? Lelo, go.
Oh, okay.
So he should take responsibility for that, and first own up to that. what was the, did Sky made a mistake by taking the name of Operation Sindhu?
He didn't take the name of the operation.
Indian Army in PC. In the presentation, I think he dedicated it to the armed forces. I don't think he mentioned Operation Sindoor in the presentation. I think he mentioned Operation Sindoor in the press conference. So let us separate the two. Operation Sindoor was a fight between two countries, army, and he can dedicate to the Pahalgam victims and family only. Of course he can. In the presentation, he has dedicated it to the victims of Pahalgam and to the armed forces. I think he's entitled to doing that, and that is what he will argue. As far as the press conference is concerned, I take what Anit is saying, that can he mention or can he not mention? Yes, that is what will be debated. And I think a rule will be formulated going forward that you can do this and you can't. But I also think that what we have seen thereafter with Sahibzada Farhan and with Haris Rauf, totally inciting and provoking the crowd, is way out of line, which can lead to retaliation and fights on the sporting field. And I've argued this multiple times, that sport has been used as a field of political protest. There has to be a line defined. If the IOC is forming a working group, the ICC should lay out the contours of this, and then we will be able to see this. But what the ACC chair has done, and now he has legitimized the action of the Pakistan cricketers, is the worst possible incitement and provocation of all on it, or for that matter, anyone. If you are able to incite or provoke your people and legitimize the actions of cricketers, if you are saying Surya Kumar Yadav is out of line, then these fellows are 200 times more out of line, right? So, and for the chairman or the president of the ACC to legitimize that is absolute rubbish. That's what I will say. Let's take more questions.
Okay. KL Rahul injured in a match, India A match, and ruled out. Sorry, retired hurt. Will he be ruled out of the West Indies series? Plenty of time still for him to recover. I'm sure. KL retired hurt in the India A game.
I have not heard this.
We've not.
I've not
we're not
followed
sure.
this. If that happens, how many forms? No. Give the digital copy of the pass.
Soft copy.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah. Just give the scan of the pass. Otherwise, I have the soft copy of yours.
No, I have it.
Yeah, so just give that. Okay, so let's take more questions. Kale injured in India a match and retired hurt. I've not heard this.
No.
We were in the press conference. I don't know, so I don't want to make a comment. Retired out on 74 against Australia, ruled out of West Indies test. Let me find out right away. I will, Arvind, I will find out. Clearly, this has happened in the last couple of hours. I've been in business meetings here in Dubai, in the same hotel. From where, is there any update? Let me figure it out. We will give it to you within the show. I've just asked a couple of sources, and we will give it to you within the show. Let me just figure this out. We will absolutely give you within the show. Shomik ke ekbar jigesh kora dorkar je KL Rahul er update ta ki, and okay, so there you go. I've just asked. Okay, let me take. What is this now? What is this? Hi Buriada, have a question regarding team combo. In my opinion, at the moment, Dubey, what is this?
Wait.
Isn't giving confidence.
Dubey isn't giving confidence either as a bowler or a batter. Barring Pakistan game, he hasn't contributed much, and his spin bashing wasn't good. Should India consider playing a proper batter or a bowler? Parasuram Sathakan. He's a regular viewer. You want to take that? Take that, and then I'll come in.
So I thought, on the contrary, he was the pick of the bowlers in that match when he came into bowl, and he actually, got control back for India. So he went out there and did exactly what was asked of him. I think India's batting depth is more than sufficient, batting all the way to number 8. And therefore, I don't think that there is a case to have an additional dedicated batsman to come in and strengthen that. I think there is a reason he's there. You can tactically employ him when there is a left arm bowler coming in, so you can do a good left right combination. At the same time, you can use the fact that he can be a very useful batsman and bowler,
Can be
and that's the
floated,
reason why
yeah.
he's there.
Yeah. Star CIID saying had not this Operation Sindoor taken place, would you still hold Sahib Zada's celebration as an offense? But Star, uh, context is everything, and would Sahib Zada had done that celebration if Operation Sindoor hadn't happened? It
Okay,
can go
so
either way.
I know where you are asking
Yeah.
this from. You are asking this from because Mahendra Singh Dhoni had done the gun
Yeah.
celebration 20 years back. So your next question would have been Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Now, if you want to be naive, you can be naive. If Mr. Naqvi today comes and tells me, you know what, I'm a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan. I decided to put the video last night when India had complained about Sahibzada Farhan and Haris Rao. I did not even think about that. That is totally fine. Brutus is an honorable man. I keep saying this. If you think you want to be naive, if you think Sahibzada Farhan was not thinking about the political context and Sahibzada Farhan was doing this, how many matches has Sahibzada Farhan done this celebration, my friend? Does he do this every game after scoring a 50? Not that he had scored many 50s in his life. How many games of the PSL has he done this celebration? Show me. How many games of the in his career has he done this celebration? He was doing it. He was doing it clearly, meaning a political context. Face it. We call spade a spade here. Face it. So don't give me this rubbish that Sahibzada Farhan was doing something else. Would you have called it? It is a political celebration against the backdrop of what is happening and going on in the world politically and between these two countries. And Sahibzada Farhan is also equally responsible because he's playing out there and there are 20,000 fans watching. If two groups of fans come against each other, will Sahibzada Farhan take responsibility? If even one fan gets injured, will he take responsibility in the ground? Mr. Naqvi will sit in his glass house. So let's not get into this. These fellows are absolutely culpable, and everything that they've done was well planned. And by the way, Haris did it, Ashdeep did it. That's why I said isolate the players. This is now happening. But when an administrator jumps in and makes it acceptable and legitimizes it, it becomes completely maddening as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's absolute conflict of interest that's happening there and cannot be accepted in any way.
Okay, Arvind Athreyas is asking, did Agarkar confirm Shreyas as next ODI captain? No, he did not. He did comment that we gave him a chance by making him the captain of the India A team. Now, his fitness is not allowing him to continue in red ball cricket, but at the same time, as selectors, we want him to do well in whatever formats that he plays. It was a simple and straightforward answer to people asking about Shreyas Iyer.
I don't think at any point in time he alluded that Shreyas Iyer will be captain.
Not at all.
Whoever is saying it is complete nonsense. That's what it is. In fact, he even went on to say, I want this guy to play. He did not even think wildly, remotely, in his wildest imagination that Shreyas Iyer is being named captain or can be named captain or anything. He said he was captain in India A in the thing, and now he will go there and play. At least let him play. That was his statement.
KL Rahul, update please. A lot of people. We will get back to you with that. Can we see Sachin Tendulkar in any India role? Dying to see him. Happy Pujo Boriada and Co.
Sachin Tendulkar in any India role? I don't see that happening in the near future. At least I have not spoken to Sachin on this, or Sachin has never mentioned any of this to me. And honestly, I don't think he at this point is even interested. If he ever becomes a batting consultant or an advisor or a mentor, he'll be brilliant because he's Sachin Tendulkar and no one understands. Audio ठीक है ना?
I'm trying to see कि कितना block out हो रहा है इससे. वैसे भी we've gone on pretty long. Let's do 15 minutes more.
ठीक है 10 मिनट तो करते हैं. मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ. अब इनको excuse me ma'am, can you reduce this music a little bit for 10 minutes please?
Okay.
Please, thank you. Thanks.
Abhishek Chaudhary is saying, don't you think Nakwi did all these sort of fanatic artworks from the beginning of the tournament just to get attention and bring viewership to the broadcasters?
Not at all. He's always been a Ronaldo fan, and he's been posting millions of Ronaldo videos from time immemorial.
Okay.
Okay, KL Rahul update is he's got high fever, nothing else.
Okay.
Shomik Chakraborty confirms on the show. Shomik, thank you. Okay, Shomik says high fever, nothing else, straight from Kanpur. Shomik Chakraborty breaking this on the show. Shomik Chakraborty breaking this news on the show that it's high fever and nothing else. So there is nothing really to watch on KL Rahul or get concerned about KL Rahul. So the retirement or the retired hurt was because of high fever. That's the update that we are getting from our correspondent, from our head of bureau in Bombay.
Viraj More is saying it also feels like the BCCI took Karun's just give me one more chance far too literally. He got exactly one. Maybe he should have asked for as many chances as Samson seems to be getting. Ashok?
He's a Karun Nair fan.
Nair, yeah,
so let's
exactly.
get the Karun Nair fan into the show also.
Look, I think when you ask me, what my pick could have been for team, Karun Nair was somebody. Karun Nair and Sai Sudarshan were my picks. I really think that this doesn't do justice to the man's potential. I agree that he got a chance in England and perhaps he didn't deliver to what was expected, which is also what Ajit Ankar spoke about. But I think, the question really is for a man who's proven himself in the domestic leagues, is this enough of a chance, or what would be that minimum window that you would give for the person to perform? Clearly, what I heard the national selector talk about was that we'd like to see more cricket from not just Karun Nair, but a lot of the probables. I think that is one thing that was consistently mentioned. And therefore, the question in my mind is, what should be the number of chances or the duration that a person should get? And if you ask me honestly, for a man who's proven himself again and again in the domestic circuit, I don't think he's got that enough chance to deliver what he could be actually capable of doing basis his potential.
More questions here. Lots of questions actually. Arshdeep also did that gesture. Will ICC fine Arshdeep?
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I've not skirted away from the fact that Arshdeep has done the gesture, or somebody who has not done the gesture. I'm clubbing the players together. Very clearly, and that's where my anger goes up for Mr. Naqvi, but that Mr. Naqvi legitimized these acts. He cannot do that as administrator. He can do that. He just can't behave irresponsibly. Mr. Naqvi is way above. He's the ACC boss. He's the domestic, Home Minister, Interiors Minister of Pakistan. And it doesn't really work for someone to do this. One second. This Wealth, is saying, you joking, right? I understand that ICC should fine planes from taking off. Yeah, when two nuclear states are almost at war with each other and you think Wealth quotes that this is a lovely joke, I really admire your sense of humor and I think you are God's incarnation on mankind. This is where fandom becomes really interesting, my friend. I know your sense of humor and your wit is legendary.
Rajiv Thakre is asking, guys, please confirm. Reports suggest PCB is going to appoint a new coach after Asia Cup. Rosemary Marwalo.
Don't know.
Not sure.
Don't know. If PCB, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Someone saying Ronaldo should file a case against Naqvi. Okay. Shri is asking, Pakistan proving once again why win matches when you can trend on Twitter. Funny thing, Pakistan did not win a single match when they celebrated 6-0 women's match. SAF under 17 and 21st wala match. Okay. Vijay More, we always say Virat and Rohit can decide when to call it quits. So why don't we extend the same consideration to someone like Shami, who missed games due to injury? Best at the 2023 World Cup.
huge Mohammad Shami supporter. What about you? You first say it, and then your thoughts on Mohammad Shami.
I completely agree. I think, I'd said in some previous show that you have to look at conditions, you have to look at horses for courses and decide where you can best leverage some of these players. But I think what Ajit Agarkar said today was that except for one match, for Bengal, he hasn't played enough. And that's the reason why they didn't consider him more actively.
See, the point is, even when he has played, has he looked the best in red ball cricket? Even recently, he withdrew. In that match, he did not complete also that last
Yeah.
4-day game that he was playing. So to be fair to Mohammad Shami is a very big favorite of mine. One of India's best ever fast bowlers in terms of skill. So that I have to say that Mohammad Shami unfortunately did not look the part in recent times. So when Ajit says that I do not have the sample size, I needed the sample size in front of me about Mohammad Shami's fitness and everything else. I don't have that. I think that is
Valid.
that is a valid case.
Yeah. Clasher Rohit is asking, if we need a keeper at 5 or 6, should we pick Jitesh instead of Samson in T20s?
Yeah, he's asking about this too.
Asia Cup, right?
Take it.
Should we pick Jitesh instead of Samson? No.
I mean, this
Samson is batting at number 5.
Yeah, but that's the question he's asking, that if Jitesh is better. That people have said that, and Bharat, for example,
Bharat,
agrees
yeah.
that Jitesh is better. Ashok, where do you stand on this? But I don't think Samson
No,
has
I
been
don't
given
think it's-
opportunities.
Exactly.
going to happen.
And he scored that 50 odd. So I think the same question that we talked about, where the point that I made regarding Karun Nair, what is that minimum window of exposure that you will give before you say this is working or not working? And I think somewhere that needs to be given. I think the team management and the selectors have given Sanju Samson enough chances, and I think should give him at least a total of maybe about 8 or 9 chances before you come to any conclusion.
Someone saying Sky be banned. If Sky is banned, then the two Pakistan fellows should also
What
be
will
banned or
happen
will
to
be
them
banned,
then?
and then Mr. Naqvi should be removed from ACC chair. Asia Cup will come to a standstill. All this is far-fetched. Let the hearing happen. Let the hearing happen. Then take it step by step. Banned, then Pakistan players banned, then Mohsin. All this is way too far-fetched. कहाँ से ban आ गया? ये आप कहाँ से आपने बोल दिया? हाँ, प्रेशर डालने का कोशिश तो हो ही रहा है, दोनों साइड से हो रहा है. उन्होंने किया है, इंडिया ने भी कर दिया है. सो अभी आपको देखना पड़ेगा. पहले आज ये तो होने दीजिए कि पाकिस्तान जीतता है नहीं जीतता है. उसके बाद तो पाकिस्तान खुद वापस चला जाएगा, सब खत्म हो जाएगा. आज मैच में क्या होता है वो देखिए.
Okay, Iswaran being benched and then dropped. What message is this sending to the players who excel in domestic cricket versus the IPL?
It was my question.
Yes.
And he answered it saying that if they need a third opener, they'll fly this guy.
They'll fly him in.
They'll fly him in.
Were
Then-
you satisfied with that answer?
I don't think he had any other answer. So if I was in his position, maybe I would have given the same answer. But the point here is, if I've taken Narayan Jagdishan is a wicket keeper. He's your third opener. Now you will tell me, I know that what happened in England. Did you not see that Rishabh Pant got injured? Dhruv Jurel kept wickets. You always need a second wicket keeper in this day and age, etc. But then KL Rahul can also keep. KL Rahul has kept. It is domestic cricket. I mean, it's in home, so you can fly anybody into us. So KL Rahul is anyway part of the team. So anyway, we've got to see.
But don't you think on that, to get him into the team and keep him on the bench and then not give him a chance to play,
Unfair.
is a tad unfair, right? I mean, I think and that's something that I would like to see more consistency, because on the one side you're saying we'd like to see enough of a sample size in domestic cricket. Here's somebody who's done exactly that, but then doesn't get a break in. So what is the message you're giving the players?
Exactly. I think it's incredibly tough, but also you have to remember that the Indian management too has a very tough job here, especially the selectors, because you've got so much talent. You've got the talent pool is so immense and vast. And I think Ajit Agarkar spoke very well when he said that when it comes to the test format, most of the players pick themselves, and at the end of the day, you're only left with about a maximum of 2 extra slots to fill, which is very fair, because what Yashasvi Jaiswal has done nothing wrong. KL Rahul has done nothing wrong. They've been brilliant in the England series. Yashasvi Jaiswal put in some really good performances. KL Rahul was perhaps one of your best batters in the series. So how do you drop them and get Iswaran in? But at the same time, if you look at it from the perspective of an Abhimanyu, who's been with the Indian team for the past 15 test matches, and
Yeah.
has not gotten a single game and then got dropped, then it's very unfair on him as well. But there's two sides to this story, and there's no right answer to this.
So what we are also getting on Surya's thing is it will happen after the Sri Lanka game.
Okay.
It will happen, the hearing will happen after the Sri Lanka game. So if that happens, maybe in 48 hours from now. So tomorrow is the Sri Lanka game. If it happens in 48 hours, so there is no result that's going to come out ahead of the final. So this matter will anyway peter out, but that's what we are getting at this point in time. There are 2 days free. Tomorrow is 1 day free,
And
and
then Saturday.
today is what day? Today is 25th.
Yeah.
Today's 25th, right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow is Sri Lanka game 26th. So in all probability 27th, and the final is on the 28th. That's what I'm getting. So we will keep you updated on exactly what the update on this is. Yes.
Yeah. Final super chat, should we?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Aradhana is saying, as head of Ref Sports, you say VK 100% goes to Australia and you see beyond. But all news articles are saying that VK's future is uncertain. How does that work?
Okay, I've mentioned this a million times and I'm saying it again. There are 51 journalists working for this organization. Each one is trying to consult his or her sources. Some people are coming up with a particular news item and I don't stop. This is a democratic news organization with multiple different points of view. I think I take responsibility for what I think, and I think Virat Kohli is going to Australia. And by the way, we differ on all our stuff. Will also, it's fine. As long as there is no abuse, as long as people are not going below the belt, reporters are encouraged to figure out with their sources what they get. My sources and my understanding of the situation is Virat Kohli is traveling to Australia. There is no reason to believe that Virat Kohli will not go. The report that came out, let me also clarify that. The report said communication has not happened. Communication has not happened and Virat Kohli will inform around the 7th of October or something like that. At no point, Rohit Juglan asks me, by the way, at no point was it said by anybody at Rev Sports that Virat Kohli is out of the schema. At no point was anyone even intending to imply that Virat Kohli will not travel to Australia. At no point did anybody ever say that Virat Kohli will retire after Australia. If that was said, show it to me and I apologize. But the fact is, nobody has said that. Rohit Juglan has come and asked me that this is what I'm getting, Buryada, that the chairman of selectors spoke with Virat, that they want some kind of communication about his future plans. That's what it is. They want some kind of clarity on his future plans. I don't know where this is coming from, that all news articles quoted that uncertain future. Where is the uncertain future here? Clarity about future plans is what Rohit Juglan was suggesting. So let's be very clear. Hindi report sold what? Said, so what? I mean, said what? Tell me. They have said very categorically that Ajit Agarkar spoke to Virat Kohli कि उनका फ्यूचर क्या है, वो क्या सोच रहे हैं और कब तक वो बताएंगे वो करना क्या चाहते हैं, बिकॉज वो सोचते थे कि वो इंडिया ये मैच या नहीं खेलेंगे. That's what it is. Any further question that we need to address? I'm happy to address. Ashok sir, Gargi man, Ashdeep travel to India. फिर Ashdeep का वो ही आ गया यार. Rohit Juglan and Shubhendra are best. Very good. Thank you. Pass on कर दूंगा message. At least रोहित को गाली तो नहीं दिया.
That's what I was saying कि उसका नाम देखते हुए डर जाती हूँ in our comment section. But
अरे यार, the main thing is whether they will let VK play the World Cup. Does VK want to play the World Cup? पहले वो बताओ.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Because Virat, if he wanted to play the England series, the test matches, nobody could have dropped him. मैं कितना बार बोलूं? Virat Kohli was very much part of the test team, not the other way around. Virat Kohli retired on his own terms. Who has dropped Virat Kohli from test cricket? Nobody. If anybody comes and tells you that Virat Kohli was not part of the selectors, this thing, they are not telling you the truth. Yes, sir, believe mat kariyega. Virat Kohli was very much part of India's test squad in England. He decided to retire.
All right. On that note, I think you can.
Yes, I mean, I've seen Abhishek Nair's story of Rohit Sharma's thing. I have. I mean, I indeed have. उन लोगों ने बोला था लिखने को ये क्या?
उन लोगों ने किसकी बात हो रही है?
क्या लिखने को? वो तो बताओ.
Suspense.
Please answer. अरे भाई, question क्या है? What is this Dean Krishna, Drone Krishna, whatever your name is? अरे देखो ये Dix का भाई है.
और ये रहा. Why is BCCI reluctant to complain against PCB and the chairman? Shouldn't he be ousted from ACC chairmanship after so much drama, theatrics, orchestrating players to act vulgar and defending?
Ashok will answer this.
For sure. I mean, action needs to be taken, but I think what we said is that people have to come together and
Legally
form
approved
this.
nahi kar sakte.
Yeah, exactly. That you can't do it. So therefore, it is about building opinion against it, by which the member nations will have to come together and do that.
Legally wo bolega I'm flying. That's what it is. No, that's the
Haan.
whole funny part of this whole thing.
All right, so we'll be back very soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for
So
joining.
then I want predictions.
Oh,
Miss Raut,
okay.
every day loses something. Now is Pakistan losing or not? Ye batao.
I don't
Putting
know.
it on the spot.
I
You already
think-
put
No,
the
she-
rider that you're every day you're losing something.
Obviously, that's why I asked the question. She's expert at that. So will Pakistan lose or not? She should be in an expert position to comment on that.
I don't think so.
So you expect Pakistan to win? Ashok?
I think it is 50-50.
अरे ये क्या बात हुई
Good.
यार?
What is this
ये
nonsense? Don't-
50-50
ये
नहीं
क्या
चलता।
मतलब हुआ?
What I mean is that the chances currently.
Come on. Star
if
Child
it-
says Pakistan losing. Folks, quickly tell us. 2 minutes. Pakistan losing.
India
Pakistan win.
Bangladesh final.
Who's this?
KP
Naidu
Singh.
DJ. No. कौन था? Naidu DJ. Pakistan win. Okay. Naidu DJ. Pakistan win. Somebody said India Bangladesh final. We want them to win. Viraj More. We want them to win. Geo tips. Bangladesh win. Skrik big. Bangladesh winning. Now the
It's-
thing has started.
No,
Gargi
it's-
Raut, Pakistan win. Ashok
It's going to be
Nampuri?
India-Pakistan win. Sorry, India-Pakistan final.
So
Yeah.
India-Pakistan final. Wow, not bad. Both my panelists are saying India-Pakistan. Never support Pakistan. Support कौन करने को लोग बोल रहे हैं?
अच्छा, रोहित and Shubhayan said on their live कि इधर आके बोलना कि रोहित and Shubhayan are the best.
वो
That's,
यहाँ आके बोल
interesting
खुद बोल दे
strategy.
यार
Interesting
खुद
strategy.
बोल दे मैं खुद बोल
Where do
देता
we go and say this? I want to know.
तो हमारे बारे में भी
अच्छा,
लिखो,
बोलो।
हमारे बारे में भी जाके लिखो. Thank you. Okay, all right.
करो।
We'll take your leave. We'll join you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see what happens tonight.